Oh, that probably didn't. I was working up, you know, the fucks and farts stay in. I was working up a fart, but I don't think it worked here on Friday, October the 15th. Yes, the month is half over, and I'm finally doing my video. Well, I'm doing my decorating too. I decorated yesterday. I was going to try to get some night shots. So, the one didn't really work out, and you'll find out why later. So I did actually get some inspiration for some different stuff this year. So I will take you outside and show you that now. And don't mind the sound of the waterfall. It's just my Animal Crossing. Though my look is fairly creepy. Evil, emo, hipster, something along those lines. I'm gonna start you out in this window here, even though there's a ton of fucking glare, with my new clown that I have for this year. That was a bitch to put in the window. He is freaking huge. And I'm having a little trouble getting him taped in my window exactly where I want him. So I think I figured out that I guess it's supposed to look like he's in a window or something, but I think I'm going to have to cut his top part off just to make it look like he's, you know, peering out the window in there properly. And I kind of thought about cutting him like maybe right about here to where he'll fit in the window better, but I don't want to lose the whole thing in case, you know, I want to use him, the whole thing, someday in a window or something. After you cut it off, there's no going back. I guess you could tape it together, but then if you don't do it right, it looks like shit, so I'll just not. Very annoying. And then I've got these two little guys. This one from last year, you might remember. And he's a new little monkey with the evil eyes that you can barely see over here. But I thought you can maybe see his eyes from way back over there. Kind of. I like to make it, you know, think things are looking at you. Like, what are you doing here? You're being watched. There's also something a little extra special about him. The big eyes. Yeah, when I saw that sitting on the shelf, that was something I was like, hey, that looks like it could go in my window. He does have a crack, though, that goes all the way, so, I mean, I guess, oh, it does go all the way around, doesn't it? And that's not bird poop, that's where, I started scratching at it, and paint has come off of him. But the interesting detail is here on the bottom, it says, "To Greg from Aunt Ruby." So, I don't know who Greg is, or was, I suppose, I don't know, but, hopefully you don't mind your, monkey demon thing being used for Halloween evil. And I like the way these skeletal arms came out, because it looks like something is trying to come at you from behind the blinds there, and, let me show you the information, the deets on what these actually are. These guys, you want to know what they are? Besides backwards, I guess. I believe I bought these at the Dollar Tree. They're tongs. They're skeleton tongs. But I thought they look enough like, you know, skeletal hands that I could do something with them. Hopefully. I guess we shall see. I thought perhaps he would lay on that like it was a bed. That was the paper that was around the monkey, I think. Instead, he's just decided to be a destructive little bastard. You making like a paper mache bullshit thing, or what is this? What are we doing here, ref? What are any of us doing here? Settling in. Good day's work. Itchy day's work. And of course, I've got my guy hanging here on the front door, but now he's behind webbing, which that is actually a tablecloth being held up by thumbtacks. Yeah, to be specific, it is a Halloween lace tablecloth spider web. That's the size, in case you need to know. I just found this at, like, I can't remember if it was like a Salvation Army, or if this was the thing, it was some secondhand store. I know that, but I don't know if you could maybe type it into Amazon and the description, maybe, because I ain't got shit else to tell you. Got some of my thumb attacks here, and I just kind of took a permanent marker and colored over some of them. I think, unfortunately, when I pushed it in with my thumb, it's probably going to rub some of the coloring off, but, you know, I didn't want to do it. Didn't really look like it'd be very, you know, with like red and green and gold in there, so if I have to, I can always like buy some black ones and replace it, but this should work for now. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I wanted to wrap it around the door or put it in front of the door. I decided it looks cooler in front of the door, even if it's more annoying to go through. Yeah, I'm kind of regretting it. The pain is worth the gain, I suppose. And of course, my grudge girl is in the window here, and you kind of already saw a preview of my other window, which is just a cling that I found at like a second-hand store or something. And that one was also a cling that you know, the window, plastic windowy thing that you can put in your window for your window. You know what I mean? Of course you do. So, ended up coming in there pretty well, I think. But I've got something on the inside of my window, so, you know, even though that guy was small over there, I think I liked him better, you know, over here, but you couldn't really see him behind all that crap. And you just got another preview of this window is a little more ghostly this year, with turns out it's a glow-in-the-dark hand, and two ghost children that I just happened to luck into at one of the little flea market-y antique stores that we went to on Mom's birthday trip for the vacay day. I think they were like $8 for the pair. They're just so cool. They're so detailed. I came around the corner, I'm like, oh, I can do something with that. And I think they look really good in this window with the other ghost. And, you know, there again, as you're walking up the aisle, they're looking at you. You're being watched. And there's a dead wasp. That's also dead, I guess. I wanted to put glow-in-the-dark paint on them so that they would, you know, be creepy ghost children at night. Let me show you why that wasn't going to work. Ever. At all. See that light? Very bright. But maybe they'll kind of look creepy anyway. And this, I kind of like the way that looks, like it's like coming out of the back, or maybe floating in midair, because it happens to be on... I came up with the idea of using that little thing. I think I finally got him positioned where I want him. As you can see, he's just in one of these little containers that I got from the bulk, like a local Amish bulk food store. That one actually had cinnamon bears in it, but I sacrificed the cinnamon bears, their home, for you know, for the good of the people. I'm not sure how sturdy it is, though. I do have concerns about that. But it does look good from the outside. So yeah, now it kind of looks like he's floating in midair with the other ghosty ghosts. Ended up working out pretty good, and like I said, I don't know for sure if he's sturdy, but hopefully maybe the blinds are holding him in, helping hold him in. Look at how good, like, I just brought that into the light's on and everything, and that fucker is still glowing. That's how I found out it glowed, is I unwrapped it and I went to set it somewhere, and I was like, holy shit. And of course, this is still girls' area back here, though they have seen better days, for sure. And a grasshopper home. You're a little too close to an actual spider web. You might be careful there, pal. Yeah, I kind of hate not having Ava's playhouse to store these things in, even though I'm, in the lovely woods here. But yeah, I have nowhere to store those. So it kind of became one of those things where, like, they had bugs on them, so I didn't want to bring them in because they had bugs on them. And then they got wet because of storms or whatever, and I didn't want to bring them because they were wet. So it was kind of this back and forth of, for whatever reason, I couldn't bring them in, and they haven't been brought in since the last year because I had nowhere to put them because they were either wet or I was worried there was bugs on them, and now they've just kind of dilapidated, unfortunately. Get down here with my buddy. So, yeah. Thanks for checking out the Halloween decorations, and everyone throughout the year who asks me about my Halloween decorations. I try, even though I'm over here at I don't have as much of a canvas to work with, but I do with what I can do with. So, thanks to y'all, and I guess maybe some of you I will see next year. And I figured out you kind of got to open the door first, and then push it to the side and go through. A lot easier, right, Minx? Yep. Bye.